learn to fly. Oh, 別れというのは難しくて辛い。美しな愛は困った心。いつも祈るよ流星のみんな。Beautiful dreams as far as I can see. Look at the galaxy. There's no one that can stop me. 信じて I see you. 希望が光って生きてる。真実は守ったら乗り切れるか。どんな距離も強い道を通せるよ。いつかわかるの。だから手を伸ばすよ。Together we sing to be stronger. Let's sing with power. I'll sing forever. Let's sing together. We sing to be stronger. I'll sing forever. いつも伸ばす手があったの。ずっと思い出す暮らした時間を。信じて I see you. 僕らの夢が生きてる。真実は守ったら乗り切れるや。一人じゃない。みんな歌う強い歌を。いつかわかるの。だから手を伸ばすよ。
Hey, I'm Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I'm a part-time video store clerk, a part-time brawler. Oh yeah, and a full-time human being. Wow. When I went to Tokyo back in February 2024, I went to an idol concert on a whim because my VTuber Oshi, who graduated, was into that scene. Needless to say, I got hooked. Yeah, I think we bought too many checkies. After talking to a few idols, I realized every single one of them has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. Learn more about the idol culture, the various scenes around the world, and to give them a platform to tell their stories. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
Hi, I'm Yumemi, YumemiDreams, meaning it's beautiful, so I hope everybody has beautiful dreams.
Continuing our Northwest Idol Fest arc with a 2.5D VTuber that blesses others with beautiful dreams on stage and online, Yumemi joins the show to talk about their idol journey. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, Northwest Idol Fest arc, episode 21, Yumemi, tonight, 5 p.m. PDT, 8 p.m. EDT. Whoa, oh my god. Whoa. Usually it takes a little bit to load in high quality. Oh, and all right, it'll take its time. But I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I am Mighty Eggy Drago. This is IDOLEYEZ. We're in our NWIF arc, our Northwest Idol Fest arc, with our guest tonight, representing Team Canada, representing the Dreamweavers. She is the master of dreams. She controls your your sleep. This is Yumemi. Wow! Oh,
That was an exciting intro. Yeah. I'm so loud. I am so sorry.
no, I forgot. Desktop audio was muted for a bit, but yeah.
Yay! I'm here. Oh my gosh. Hello,
Is
hello.
here. Thank you for accepting this invitation to be on IDOLEYEZ.
Thanks so much for having me.
You are you're our second Canadian guest, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about the Canadian scene. But first, we have to we have a little word from our sponsor, unofficial / official sponsor. This episode of IDOLEYEZ is brought to you by Lights. Lights. Yeah, lights? Yeah, lights. How can we light up the live? At Yeah Lights, we make your moments shine brighter, whether you're heading to a concert, a party, or any exciting event. We've got you covered with concert pen lights, light sticks, UOs, and colored glow sticks, and accessories that take your experience to the next level. Looking for something special? We also offer customized products in bulk, perfect for connecting fans with idols and making your event unforgettable. Check us out at yeahlights.com and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at YeahLights. Whoa.
Ooh, pachi.
We usually on IDOLEYEZ start things off to bring the guest back to the past, and I'm gonna ask you, who or what got you into idol culture / J-pop culture?
Dang. Okay, we're going way back. Super far. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I actually didn't really grow up with like idol, I guess. But like the first kind of introduction to idol was actually when I went into uni, and I was invited by my super old idol group at that time, called Milky Way. Yeah, Milky Way. Oh my gosh. And they the people that were inviting me, they were like, "Oh, did you want to like learn a dance, because we have like one spot open. We actually need one more girl." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I just learned the dance without even watching the anime. But then because of that, I just started watching the anime. And then I was like, "Oh, Live is so cute." So my very first kind of like intro to the whole idol, the whole idol culture, J-pop idol culture, is because of Wonderful Rush.
Oh.
Because of Wonderful Rush, Love Live.
Well,
Yeah,
that
from
is
Milky Way,
that is
so,
the usual gateway for most idolized guests. It's either very old J-pop idol groups,
Yeah.
or Love Live. So
Love Live. And then my friends are like, "Rope me in, rope me in."
who was your favorite in, I guess I would say, OG Love Live, original Love Live?
Original Love Live. So the thing is, I guess because like, the person that I was put as, I was like, for character wise, match my personality really, really well. Then I really love like Rin Hoshizora. Hoshizora Rin, because she always just like meow all the time.
So
Yeah. So
when you practiced that dance, was that was that for a video, or was that for on stage?
So that was on stage.
Oh.
So that was with the UFT, with University of Toronto. So we had their own idol group kind of thing, and we would have kind of like little shows and Christmas like dinners and stuff like that with the anime club. And then because of how big that university is, this is like Canada's most prestigious like university. It's pretty big. So the anime club had like a lot of different sections and stuff. So it's not just anime club. There's like the light music club, the artist like area, and then like I don't know, like other things and stuff. But there's a lot of different subsections. So I
There-
stayed with the light music club, so we got to like hang out and like do music and do live music and stuff too. But yeah, we just like for the idol girls for us, then we were like hanging out with them, and then we were always like trying to perform and stuff at like conventions too. Hmm. Yeah. So
I
perform. We didn't really do too much like recording of ourselves
Yeah.
with like for like videos and stuff. I tried to vlog our like like practices too.
you mentioned
So we. Mhm.
you mentioned
Sorry.
oh, sorry. You first. You
Yes,
first.
yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have like a video of like the vlog and our practice from many years ago in like another YouTube channel that's like kind of unknown, but it has a lot of like old stuff in there. When I was just starting out as like in the world of uni. Like, wow, oh my gosh, I'm freedom, you know? Yeah.
You mentioned
So,
the
mhm.
light music club. I didn't realize
Yeah.
Toronto had a K-On of its
Yeah,
own.
we did. We did actually have a chaos, like kind of chaos club, where yeah, so we would kind of like there's gonna be people who do play like instruments and also a lot of singers, and then we kind of had like a form of just saying like people want to play this song and then see who would want to like join that group and stuff.
I see.
So and then in the end we'll have kind of like a showcase in the end.
Mm.
Yeah, those are really fun. Those are really fun. Mhm.
So when you performed like in these performances, were you already Yumemi, or were you like under a different
Y-
name?
yes, I was already Yumemi. When I kind of started out, let's say the name had already been around since let's see, late
Ooh,
2015
wow.
going into 2016. So I already started my had my name because originally it was starting because of like, cosplay
Mm.
community and stuff, and then my cosplay senpais, they helped me with my name, or like getting the kanji, like the Chinese characters for my name. But Yumemi, like the name, if we want to go into Yumemi lore for naming,
Sure.
there is this old anime, very old anime. The short name was called Moonto. The super long name of it is gigantic. Is Sora wo miegeru shoujo no hitomi ni utsuru sekai, which
Ooh.
translates to the world reflected in the eyes of a girl looking up into the sky. But this was actually Kyoto Animation's very first work back in 2003, and they
Ooh.
had like a it's kind of more like an OVA kind of type like series, right? It was just they're starting out, so you could see very old, like if you know like Clannad type art
Oh
and
yeah, like
stuff, and
air.
canon, or
Yeah.
air type one. It's very like that type of vibe. But then they did like have a little revamp in 2009, and they had like a second section arc that kind of added to it, and then they just made it into like the anime, and then they gave it the very super long name, the super duper long name. But the main character, her name is Yumemi, so that was my lore. It's obscure anime references that nobody. When I find people that actually know that anime, I'm like, you are my friend forever.
I am gonna put like
Yeah.
later after this episode,
Yeah.
yes, I'm gonna put that on my watch list. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
Moontoll is very like I don't think it's only like 9 episodes, 8 episodes, 9 episodes.
Ooh.
Very short. It's very short.
Mm.
But yeah, there's like a whole time skip in there, and you can see that their animation style just went like from to wow, oh pretty. It's really funny. It's interesting.
Prior to like all these idol like cover performances, were you ever on stage with like choir or with like dance? Did you like learn anything through
Yeah.
that? You were?
Yes, I was always on some sort of like stage or something, because when I was very small, let's say like I used to do a lot of like tap dancing and jazz, and then it turned into rhythmic gymnastics, and it turned into artistic gymnastics, which is Rhythmic, okay, a little bit. Rhythmic is the one with the ribbon and the ball and the batons and
Oh.
stuff. But then artistic turns into the 4 events, which is the bars, beam, floor, and vault. And I would do a lot of that. I did a lot of competitions as a child. I always went around Canada or in different provinces in Canada to do competitions and things when I was really young, which is kind of, I'm like, wow, I did so much when I was younger. But yeah, so I would always get judged. And yeah, I would get like have to go and like in a way show off and show my skills and stuff. And we always had that mindset of if you make a mistake, you know, you just keep going. And that kind of really like helped me even now. There's been so many like audio things that happen, and then I'm like, well, I'll just keep singing. So that has really helped me. And then I also like afterwards I also did like children's choir at my church, so it's kind of always doing like stage stuff.
I see.
Mhm.
Going through like audio tech issues and just going through that, were there like was going through that experience helpful with your performances now?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I am like not scared if like something really goes wrong, cuz I guess the mindset now, because I think in the past, right, there's people who have a lot of like get a lot of pressure for trying to be like make it perfect, right? And that was very instilled. But I think when I grew up, I'm kind of like, you know, perfection, us trying to chase perfection isn't healthy and stuff. And I'm very like a very relaxed type of person personality wise, so I'm kind of like even though it's not the greatest thing to have scuff, I feel like it really it's endearing in a way whenever there is a little bit of scuff. And like not everything is perfect, but we still like I'm gonna still try to have a good time, if I can, if I'm able to, you know.
Right.
So definitely has helped me a lot.
Very resilient, I would say.
Yay.
um Going back to Canada's idol culture,
Yeah.
since I would say I like judging from like our talk prior to this stream, you were definitely a part of that culture like years prior to
Yes.
this. Like, how was it there?
Super. It was so fun. I think pre-pandemic, like going from I guess the range from 2016 all the way to 2019, even 2019. Yeah, there that was a whole like it was really really fun because we would actually have like, you know, idol showcases. And so we would like there would we had a, let's see, a group or a person, her name is Dolly. Dolly invited all the idol groups in like GTA. And also we had I don't know if you know Ice Cream, like Cream Queen, like with the Q.
Oh
They're
yeah.
yeah, so they invited them as well. They're not local to like the Toronto area, they're all the way in like Quebec and like Montreal area. So they actually we had them over. But yeah, that was kind of like my first time like seeing them. But we did like a whole, it was, and then yeah, ACT 10-2 was there, Twin Scoop was there. So there's a lot of like idol groups and people around there that got to perform. And that was wonder, super wonder. I think 2017 was around that time. So yeah, there was always like idol performances and stuff around and things. So I was super excited for those. I'm like, ah! And my group is kind of was like we're all friends at uni, right? Kind of thing. So we kind of, when we grew up, we had like work and stuff. But it's like we are the type that like we'd rather party than practice. You ask the girls, hey, you guys want to like practice this week? We're like, nobody says anything. Hey, you guys want to go for dinner? Everybody
Yeah.
jumps on it. Let's go for dinner. Yeah. So we're those type of girls. So sometimes we didn't always like do performances and stuff, but we still got recognized, I think, because like they've been around for even more longer than I had, because I was their youngest member at the time. Yeah. But now I'm not. There's
So, oh,
and then after pandemic and stuff, there has been a very big boom now, even though like there's been a lot of like idol groups that have gone away now. There's so many, there's a big resurgence. There's a lot. There's so many. There's so many now.
in the
Mhm.
GTA.
Yes, in
Really?
the GTA.
Wow.
There's a lot now.
I guess I gotta do
Mhm.
my research for potential.
Yeah,
idolized
I
guests.
can send you some and you can look into them if you like to. You're like, here's some more. here's blah 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 blah. Yeah.
So how long
Um
did you
mm.
perform with that group that you were in with?
um let's see. I guess from uni days, so 2000 like 15 to what was our last tour? Maybe 2017 or 2018. There is still like, because we're still friends and stuff, and it's like and like a few of them have actually gone into doing VTubing and stuff, like, so, but most of them are into work, like doing work and stuff, right?
Right.
But I still am able to like do collabs and stuff with them, like on and off, but it's just like it's not going to be under the Milky Way name or anything anymore, as that's a little dead right now, but but yeah, so it's kind of like we're still friends, we still hang out, we still do like performances and covers actually together, so it's not really like they're not that far away from me. So, but yeah, I think officially maybe like 2018, 27 to 2018, we kind of like stopped doing like performance or like doing dances and stuff
Mhm.
together.
After like the group performances, did you start to perform as a solo act, or?
I think it was kind of at the same time.
Ah,
Because while like uni was happening, I went to like our biggest anime convention, still really really tiny compared to NAX over there. But it's Anime North. Anime North is like the bigger name for a Canadian con, like anime related. So they had an idol contest there, and then in originally in 2014, I got we went you go through the audition process and stuff, and then you get into the finals if you like, if you can. So I got to the finals 2014. It was my first time going into a convention, first time cosplaying, and then first time going into this idol contest. And I'm like, oh, let's go big or go home type of thing, right? It was like, oh, exciting. I have my friend with me. She's like, wee, you know, and we're all like, wee. We're both cosplaying for the first time. We're like, oh my gosh, you're like budding weebs, you know.
what were you cosplaying as?
Let's see. If you know Blue Exorcist or Ao no Exorcist, I was cosplaying a girl named Yumemi, who
Ooh.
is like the plant girl. She has a blonde bob. She has like kimono kind of vibe, and she's very sweet. She likes, yeah, she's very cute. So I think at that time I didn't have an official like cosplay from her, but I gifted myself like a pink flowery yukata for my birthday. So I just bought it myself, and I'm like, oh wait, this could work for this character. So I just did like a off-brand version of her. We're going to Anime North with my friend, and then but yeah, so that was the first year. I got into finals. I was at the time the youngest contestant, but Anime North Idol, if I always say this, but it is the most like heartwarming, like uplifting type of community ever. If you, even if it's like like a competition, like everybody in the backstage is just cheering each other on when you guys are going up. They're like, oh my gosh, let's go. And then when you come on, they're like give you high fives or hugs, and you did it, you guys were so amazing. And it's like, oh, this is so nice. This is so great. Oh, but yeah, so 2014 was like the first time I went. I was scared. I was shaking. I was so nervous. And like the person who was running it at the time, she's not there anymore. It's somebody else now. But she was like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, I'm so nervous. It's my first time like performing without my parents being here. And she's like, okay, do you want to like I can give you a little massage? And then I was like, sure. And she was like, you got this. You've been practicing, like, and like you like worked really hard and stuff. I'm like, I don't even know you, but you're so sweet. You're very kind. And she's like, you just go up there, you just sing, like the lights are gonna be blinding, so you're not gonna even see anything. You won't even see like the crowd or anything. And I was just like, true. Like if I'm nervous, then my vibrato is gonna sound perfect because I'm already shaking as heck. So it's not gonna be that bad. So I had a wonderful experience for my first year. That year I didn't get first place or anything, but I did come back 2 years later in 2016, and then that was the year that I got Anime North Idol 2016. So I won that year. So woohoo!
Do you remember?
And then because of that, I just been performing ever since then. And then so I guess in tandem, like that was on the side on the side of like performing with Milky Way. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what
Yeah.
songs you performed to get that?
Yes. Yes. It was from Inuyasha.
Oh.
It's a song named Grip. It was by Little by Little. I said Little by Little. I think it's Little by Little. But yeah, so it's an Inuyasha song. So I'm like, yeah, I love this one, and I think like a lot of people love Inuyasha. So. So that was the song that I took first place in. Woohoo!
So
Yeah.
doing research on you specifically, you debuted as a VTuber 4 years ago, right? I would say.
Yeah, almost 4. Yeah, almost 4 years. It's almost been 4. Don't age me up yet.
Oh, well, you have like that anniversary in like October 1st, so.
Yeah. So don't age me up yet. I still have a few more weeks. But yes.
What was your main reasoning for becoming a VTuber?
Wow. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. So there's a group called Astral Mile, and my both of them are my singing senpai or my idol senpai. So one of them though is Altair. So Altair has been with me since 2019, and he invited me in 2020. You know, during all of everything that happened. Conventions were dead, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna be a hermit in my room playing Animal Crossing and stuff. So in May of 2020, Altair invited me to a charity stream, and it was their first like ever stream, and they wanted to do something for charity, and they wanted to invite all of like idols, and can be group singers, like can be like instrumentalists, like anyone who would like to like just do a little showcase and stuff. And then I was invited to be a guest for to judge the competitions, because I been doing a lot of judging on at least like for Anime North and for other things too. But this is like, this is the first time I'm gonna do it on a stream, and this is before I became like a VTuber. But I like that event really kind of opened my eyes, saying like, oh, you know, I really miss like I doing like karaoke or singing and things, and doing idol stuff, and like and now I could do it if I started streaming. And then I really like doing like charity streams sometimes. So I was just like, oh, you know, doing charity stuff, it makes me super happy, you know? It's like get together with other people and for a good cause. And so like, so in all of September of 2020, I was like, okay, asked my friend like, hey, can we go make a PC? And then he's like, okay, alrighty. So we made a PC, and then I did my very first stream on like October 1st, and it was that's what happened. But because I already had the Yumemi brand in a way, I've been Yumemi for quite a bit. I actually, my design and my model, or just design in general, has actually been around since 2018 though, because I'm like, well, this idol needs merch, so I already kind of had like a design already. So I'm like, well, I'll just kind of. I saw like I had other friends who were already like doing VTubing, so I kind of know what like the premise is. But I kind of, if you guys know Aqua, let's see what I'm trying to think. 19V1 is that their handle? But yeah, Aqua was had done VTubing way before, and we also go back a long time ago. I have a lot of like really long friendships. I'm very blessed and very thankful that I've known people for such a long time, and we're still friends now. And we're still thriving. We're still chilling here. But yeah, so I kind of asked Aqua this one like thing like, oh, you know, people already know me as like an idol IRL, but like yeah, VTubing would be fun too because I already have a design like. Is that weird to kind of maybe try both? And then I was like, no, like you could do whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And so that kind of like, but I, in a way, I just stuck to VTubing, right? And because still at the time, there's not really any reason for me to like get ready, get pretty.
Right.
Because of the pandemic
Yeah.
and stuff. So I'm just like, I'll just do my own thing for VTubing. And that's how I kind of got started then.
So you talked about still having like that Yumemi like design prior to prior to the VTubing.
Yeah.
Did you have like the same idol outfit as you do now?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's kind of really crazy because I was like, dang, everybody likes off shoulder. Everybody likes having like some sort of like necklace or choker or something to kind of like bring the look together. And then a lot of idols like to have a big bow at the back. I'm like, dang man, 2018 Memi knew what she really knew what she wanted, and it's kind of like really like transverse time. I knew what people wanted before it actually happened. So it fit like even now, like yeah. Perfect.
Do you remember the very first performance that you did as an idol and after you debuted as a VTuber?
Huh, okay. If we're talking about like as an idol, if we're talking about like anime North kind of thing, like the idol
Like-
there.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess then because I was, you know, I'm like I've received a title to be Anime North Idol. So
Right.
then I'm like, okay, now I'm an idol now. So the next year, anybody who does win Anime North Idol actually sings at the closing ceremonies for that year and then gets invited as a guest for the next year to sing at the opening ceremonies and as a guest for Anime North Idol for the next year. So I guess you can say that like so 2016 is the year that I won, but 2017 when I came back, that was the year that I performed like as an idol again.
But
Yeah, for the first time, I think. Yeah.
timeline skip. You debut as
Yes.
a VTuber 2020, and then
Yes.
pandemic clears up.
Okay. Oh.
Everyone performs now.
Yes.
When was the first time you performed after like all
After 2022, which is kind of like dang, that was so many years after. But again, I have a really like big go home type of mentality, which is kind of crazy sometimes. But yeah, my very first performance being back as an idol 2022 was at AX.
Wow, that is
I'm
some
like, why
big
did I do
shoes to
this?
fill. How did you
Yeah, everybody's just like, that's the largest anime convention in the whole of like, America. I mean, why did you do that? I was like,
how did you get that gig then?
you can just sign up at the community stage. I'm doing finger guns. I'm like, go and sign up at the community stage. Yeah, anybody can just sign up, and then if they want you, then they'll just like email you back, and then yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah, some of my friends are actually doing Artist Alley around that time too for AX, so I was like, I'm just gonna go with them. Yeah.
Was that the first time you performed in America?
Yes.
Ah.
Again, big or go home type of mentality. I'm just gonna go to your biggest convention and perform for the very first time in America. Yeah, and I was like the very last time I performed on a stage was 2019. So that was like how many years? I'm like so rusty. Being a
19 to 20,
VTuber, I have the being a VTuber, I have the lyrics in front of me. I'm spoiled and I don't have to remember anything. And then I find out that I'm like, oh wait, I have to memorize like 10 songs. Yeah,
With-
for NWIF.
Performing in the US and then also performing in Canada, was there like a visual or like any difference with the crowd or like the crowd dynamic?
Not really. That I can notice. Like everybody is, we all love idols.
We
We
love
have like
idols.
we have a big Wota crew here. And there's also big Wota crew in like in the US as well. So it's not really that big of a difference when it comes to demographic. Yeah. But there was of course, I am a small little idol in in Mapleland. So when I did go to AX though, I did do like host like a quick meet and I say quick meet and greet. I also am the type that likes to like be very like what was the terminology? Have low expectations about
Oh,
everything because I'm just like if something doesn't happen then I'm not really that hurt. I'm like like of course it didn't happen, but then if things do happen then I'm like oh my gosh, oh my goodness. So originally I'm like nobody really knows me in America, so I only know that like I have friends from streaming and maybe some of the people that I made like that know me from my chat that are like going to AX. So I told everybody that I was going to be performing and stuff. So I'm like, those are the people that are probably going to see me at my little meet and greet. The line that lined up to talk to me was very scary. It was so long, and I was like, oh okay. And then my friends who were like trying to be like manager's son for me and trying to make sure I like look pretty and everything and stuff and help me with taking pictures with everyone and stuff. They were like, oh my gosh, like they're all lining up for you. I was like it was really crazy, I think, and it really opened my eyes to see like after a performance how many people do want to like say hi or just say talk to me and stuff. And it was really like heartwarming though, because I had a lot of people tell me about their dreams, right? And my motto is just I wish everybody like has beautiful dreams, and I keep hoping that everybody will keep like holding on to your beautiful dreams too. So they really appreciated that message as well, so I was really happy.
I've definitely been to events where like people are going to this one event for one specific idol and there's like other idols there and they see these other idols and they immediately gravitate towards them. And then like after they're lining up for merch and they have like a gigantic line for merch and they didn't expect it, so like very much relatable to you.
Yes, super duper. I was very my eyes were definitely very open after that. Wow.
So going into I guess the present, as of right now, how many performances have you done as Yumemi?
As Yumemi, oh, at least okay. Should I do averages for how many like I would not do a year? Maybe. Sure. I was like, I can't count. There's actually been quite a bit. Let's see. At least for this year, let me see. I'm like, there has to be at least like 7, maybe even like. I think in total for this year, it would maybe end up being like 10 or something like events. I feel. But let's see, on average I would just say like 5 maybe a year, because even like in the past we didn't have too many like places to sing, and I didn't really like sign up for that many things because I mainly did like cosplay stuff. for other conventions and stuff. So I always like focus on those. But I'm like, now if I want to go to a con, I'm like, can I just perform? If I don't perform, I won't go. I'm just like, I just want to sing. I just want to karaoke for people. Yeah. So I would say like this is the year that I'm like, okay, we'll go and do lots of performances and try to work hard. So I can get people to invite me to US. I'll be like, yay!
I
Go
mean,
and see friends. Yeah.
you are going to Northwest Idol Fest, so I'm
Yeah,
very much
I'm
hyped
so
to see you perform. So
I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I tried because another one of my mods hidden in the chat, hello, was always asking me like, can you sign up for this one? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So I did try a few times, like I think maybe like last year and the year before maybe. But I might have been too late for the year before, but yeah, last year I was just like, oh, let me go. But I don't think nobody knows me at the time. So I'm like, okay, this year I will try to work harder and try to like perform a lot. Yeah, and all of August I was like at every weekend was a performance was an event. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. This is so much.
I mean, getting that experience after all that, and then finally going to NWIF definitely helps. So
So excited. Yeah, I think my idol resume is definitely growing, and because I'm I'm trying to sign up for a lot of things. Yeah, I do have an idol resume that I just like copy pasted. Like,
I've been to all these events.
Yeah, this is what I've done. Yeah.
Speaking of being on stage, what songs are usually on your set list that you perform?
Okay, I can name like maybe 3 or 4 big ones, but let's say Happy Party Train from Love Live.
Ooh.
Yeah, Love Live Sunshine. One by Eimer, because it's one of the really uplifting songs. And Eimer or Emme is my favorite artist. And has been my favorite artist for such a long time. So it's good. Another Eimer one is Brave Shine, which is from Fate Stay Night. And yeah, it's kind of like, wow, I can sound super cool. Woohoo! But we call it my anthem over on my streams. And sometimes I sing. I like sing it at every convention almost. Yeah, depending on what convention it is. So yeah, Brave Shine. Last one. Let me see. We'll do. What's a good ballad? Ballad is "Find the Way" by Mika Nakashima. It's from an anime called Gundam Seed. It's an oldie, but it's a very, very pretty one because I really like I really liked I was just like, okay, as an idol, we like to, touch people's hearts, make sure that we can convey our feelings through songs so we can you can convey it to other people. So I would say like, oh, if I make you happy today or make you teary, that would make me super fulfilled as an idol. So don't take it out of context, but if you cry today, I'll be happy. So Find the Way is the song that might make people cry.
You talk about like blessing people's dreams, blessing people's hearts. What really and also your concept is very much the Galaxy's J-pop idol and also blessing people's dreams. Like why specifically did you come up with that concept?
I guess it's because of like my kanji, because literally my name like means beautiful dreams. So I'm like, I'll just play it off with that. Originally, like the call and response, like, motto, like, oh, Yumemi means dreamy, means beautiful, so I hope everybody has beautiful dreams. Originally, I wasn't going to have that as my call and response. I was gonna do something totally different, and I don't even remember what I was gonna do. But when I was like introducing myself, because usually for like people with the name Yumemi, if they have like the kanji written, it's like to see dreams type of kanji, like Yume and Miru. Miru is the to see dreams. But for me, mine is like beat, which just means beautiful. So so it's just like beautiful dream. So I would kind of be like, oh, this is actually what my name means, kind of thing. So that ended up becoming my whole motto, and it just like, well, you know, I'm a very like I want to be more on like the wholesome type of person. I think my own personality, and my friends would always say that I'm like, oh, don't do anything spicy in front of enemy. Oh. They always try to protect me, which is like, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But then I also really like this game called Love in Deep Space, and they have a lot of really handsome husbandos. So, anyways, other than that, yeah, don't have to shield me from them. But like for the most part, I want to keep things like, you know, like very wholesome, as family friendly as I can, and just like this like more bubbly kind of really positive like side, and more maybe deeper, because I like doing like deep talks and stuff too. But I think I always try to show like the positive side of like things that maybe aren't like that positive. Yeah. So that's kind of like, I guess, generally.
Speaking of that, is there like a tonal shift or a tonal like difference between the you on stage and the VTuber you right now, or no?
Not too much. I think like if you ever meet me in person, I'm a very smiley, giggly type of person, kind of thing. Of course, you know, after a super long day, I'll probably be like, I'm dead. So there's definitely an off switch. I'm just like, I just need it. But another feature of Memi being very tired is that I also won't stay, like I won't be quiet. I'll just end up just talking more. But there's not too much of a difference between like stage Memi, VTuber Memi. I like doing like quiet reading sometimes on stream. It's cozy atmosphere, but then, you know, I'm very excited right now. So it's like, wow, how can she be quiet? Ooh. But yeah, there's not too much of a difference, I think. I'm quite the same in person.
I see. Because like that's an interesting question that I wanted to put in like in the usual stack of IDOLEYEZ questions
Yeah,
that I
that's
ask
cool
people.
though.
So yeah.
Yeah.
C-Line definitely has an interesting question. Shout out to C-Line.
Yay.
Have your music tastes changed since you started performing as an idol?
Oh, I don't think so.
No?
I'm the type of person that really likes like the things what was it? I don't like change kind of vibe kind of thing. Like so the things that I've learned back in the day, I still sing in a way, and you know, I've loved Aimer all my life. I also really like this other singer named Fujita Maiko, and she's also still like a very like, I know a lot of her songs still kind of thing. But I guess when it comes to, yeah, singing wise, I am a power ballad type of gal. I'm like, my voice is very strong, and so I kind of do try to like, I go into more like the types of songs that have a lot of good harmonies, very beautiful kind of like long notes and stuff, very powerful ones and stuff like that. So I really can't do vocal. I'm so bad with Vocaloids. So yeah, so I don't think my music tastes have ever like really changed all that much since the past. That's a good question though.
Going full circle, I think the first time I discovered you was like when I was searching for people to be on IDOLEYEZ, and then I found
Yeah.
you. I think I watched one of your karaoke streams, and I think that was the very first time I saw you like sing, and I was like, wow. Like, wow.
Thank you.
Like you are really good with vocals.
Thank
oh my
you.
god. Yeah. So
Thank you.
and then I think like last week or a
Yeah.
couple days ago, you performed a song before you did Stardew. I was like, whoa, yeah.
Oh yeah. I always do. Yeah, I always like sing on stream, like maybe like before I do whatever I'm doing, or like even in between, because I do have it on redeems kind of thing to choose a song. If I'm doing a solo stream, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just go and like stop what I'm doing and then just sing. And then if somebody raids me, and I'm like, okay, you guys get a song. So I'm like, it's so easy to get me to sing on stream. And then I'll end off with a song anyway. So we'll do like a final last final last all. And then somebody rates me, and I'm like, never mind. Final last. Let's do a final one. Yeah. There's always conspiracies. People always just want to raid Memi at the very end so she doesn't stop singing. Conspiracy. Yeah.
Do we
So
know-
thank you for like coming to my stream.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, like going to like one of those streams and then following and then watching you do karaoke was
Yay.
I guess the first time I saw you. So and then now we're here. What,
Yay, now we're here.
6 months. Wait, I can't math. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5 months later. So yeah. Speaking of like doing like power vocals, power ballads.
Yes.
Do you have like a usual pre-performance, any traditions that you do, like vocal warm-ups, anything like out of the norm, whatever?
So yeah, like I think like would you want, if you like, my pre-performing one, like pre-performance kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, warm up. Okay, don't eat anything. Because I need all the space in my diaphragm as much as possible. So I try not to eat too much beforehand. Drink lots of water. Do not drink. Don't eat any. What was it? Don't drink anything other than water. I think right when I wake up, I just do the little like lip trills going. So it can kind of like help wake up my voice. And let's see, I would start like singing maybe like easy like warm-up songs for myself. So I don't know if you know like Bleach, but there's a song called Life by Yui, and
Ooh,
that
yeah.
one's like my go-to like warm-up song whenever I go to karaoke. Maybe like this is the first thing I like sing. But yeah, I would kind of sing like an easy warm-up song or something that doesn't have too much building. But yeah, and then that's kind of like how I warm up. I think I will go through like my lyrics again one more time because I'm like, hopefully I remember all my lyrics. Yeah. So I guess like doing a lot of lip trills and doing like what? Going going in the void, in the void kind of thing. That's also something. But I used to do like some vocal lessons, so I think they definitely taught me a little bit about warm-ups. But those are some of the things that I do right before I like would want to go and perform.
Interesting. You talked about lyrics and C-Line, my boy.
Yeah.
Are there any lyrics they asked? Are there any lyrics that hit particularly hard or changed your life in some way?
Oh, okay. Oh, I feel like "Find the Way" is something. Yeah, is a song like that would do that, because that whole song is about like we're trying to find the way together, and the journey is always like it's not about the like the destination, it's about the journey that we have together. But I think one of the lyrics in there that was very touching to me was like I'm trying to remember. Let's see. I might need to look it up, but it was like, "It's okay to cry," and I'm that like when somebody tells you that, I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. You know, like sometimes we need that release, right? But I think like, yeah, it's okay to cry, and but they're like, but then like the dream. I guess the dream that you're seeing is like, what was it? I'm trying to remember the lyrics. It's like trying to translate them. I'm like, there's like there's something like you see someone in your dream, but it's a little hazy, but their silhouette is still very like is very clear, kind of thing. And then they also said like, yeah, don't it's okay to cry. So I feel like it's kind of like that was very heartwarming and very touching to me and stuff.
Mm.
If you want to just do something like very like on top of my head, because I feel like that question we can go deeper, but I would need a lot of time to be like, okay, let's go through a lot of different songs. I know. Yeah, but this one is like, okay, at least I have this one. Mhm.
I'm just gonna stack these two questions. How much
Sure.
does your fan support mean to you, and what keeps you going with being an idol?
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. I feel like my fan support is definitely like, I wouldn't say 100% because I think like even if I didn't have the support of fans, I have support of my friends and also my family, right?
Right.
And foundationally, it's like I personally don't really like I wouldn't need somebody to like hear me. I feel like I'm just like I just want to sing. So I'm worried I would already be happy just singing in the void in the galaxy just by myself, even if nobody heard me. Because I'm like, well, I'm hearing myself, I guess. I'm like, I'm like, okay, I can like be the type of person to be like, okay, Mimi, you do sound good. Okay, you do sound good. And not be like, oh, too hard on myself and stuff. But I would say like, yeah, being able to do meet and greet after a performance or something, and being able to meet fans and feel that like support in person is like, it really pushes me to want to do more performances and actually meet people, because like in the end that's who I'm singing for, is for people, and to want to like pass on the beautiful dreams, right? Let's see. And I guess that kind of, yeah, that goes into the other the other one. Like what keeps you going with being an idol. I think, yeah, being able to hear people's stories, and because some people have told me about their dreams too. I can just say like at AX there is this one lady who, she's like more older in age, but she came to me saying that her dream was to be an actress, and when she was younger her parents didn't want her to be an actress, and now that she's like able to, like, she has her own life, and she was kind of like, I feel like I'm too old too, but like I there's nothing to lose now, and I was just like, yo, you got this, right? So just being able to hear like just these stories and stuff is just makes me really want to keep going as an idol. Yeah. And some people have told me that my lyrics sound really nice, so I'm like, oh, I really want to do more like original work too, and be able to like reach people's hearts that way as well. So I think that's what my answers. Mhm.
Being, I guess, like very inspirational, and also having people tell you about their dreams.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I noticed one of your stream tags. I guess you're one of the very few people I've seen have it as a tag.
Yeah.
Christian streamer. How much does your faith mean to you when you perform?
Oh, I feel like for that is definitely a really big like foundation of like who I am, kind of thing, that I am like a Christian streamer, and I think that like my actions and my kind of like personality should emulate what like God has done for me in my life, and the love that he showed me through my own parents and through my life. And yeah, I also want to kind of extend that to other people. I know, like, I feel like a lot of people have told me, "Baby, you're too nice" when it comes to things. But I think, like, when there is stories about a god or my god saying, like, who has like what was it? Who has unconditional love kind of thing, right? For all of us, then that's something that I would want to try to show and things. And it's, yeah, I think that's kind of like what, there's always a little bit of a balance, because um you don't want to be just like stepped on, I guess, kind of in a way, right? And my mom is like, my whole family are all like Christian as well. So my mom, like, as when I remember when I was young, she would always tell me like, you're not a bad person for saying no. And I think because of like you want to be a people pleaser in a way, right? It kind of grew up a little bit like that, but it kind of really showed me that it's not a bad thing to like stand up for yourself and stuff. So that's something I'm learning as well. But yeah, being like I have met a few like people through the Christian like streamer tag, which is really nice. So at least we kind of like, and then I feel like even like Christianity as like a religion or as a whole, there's a lot of people from different like walks of life. There's a lot of people from different like sects of like Christianity as well. So we're all like, everyone can be a bit different and stuff, or like do different traditions and stuff. In the end, we're all playing baseball. Yeah. Yeah, so I like, it's really nice to just see people in different walks of faith and things like that. Regardless if they are Christian or not, it's nice to just chat about. So that's why that's kind of like the deep talks type of section that I like really do admire and do like to talk about. If like people are like chill with it, because I'm like, it can be a chill thing. We can just talk about it for fun. We don't have to go into like, it's death, yeah, and things like that. So yeah.
That was a question that was like very iffy on like asking, but
I know,
yeah,
no worries, no worries. I think like, yeah, religion things are always, it can be always an iffy topic. So thank you for asking me beforehand. That's very sweet of you. But yeah, I'm glad I could talk about it.
Going back to performances, you've done a lot of events. Can
Mhm.
you tell me, if it ever happened, like the weirdest gig that you've ever done?
Weirdest gig I've ever done. Okay, I would say like it's, I don't think it's like that weird compared to like maybe other what other people may have gone through, because we're, you know, very tiny over here. But we did have like a an event that would showcase like two anime movies and stuff, and it's in a tiny like very like those like really old school movie theaters that
Ooh.
are like, yeah, so like very a little bit retro kind of thing. They only have one theater in there, and yeah, so I would sing like in between the movies, which is kind of
Intermission.
like, yeah,
Or
yeah, I was
no,
in an
no, wait,
intermission.
halftime show.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a
Yeah,
good way to put it.
halftime show. So I guess that's the maybe the weirdest thing for me. Somebody did ask me to sing at their wedding,
Did you?
dressed up as Sailor Moon, but I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
Because that was I also do like maid cafes with another group, idol group now called Sweet Dreaming Toronto. So I will go and shout them out because we do like doing maid cafe like events and stuff, but we also do like perform. Want to expand a little bit more and start going back to conventions, because they used to do conventions and performances or maid cafes. But that was before I joined them, and I joined them after pandemic kind of thing. So but yeah, so we were doing a maid cafe, but it was Sailor Moon themed. So I was dressed up as Sailor Moon, and I am the person that will do singing and do requests and stuff. So yeah, one of the two like one of the patrons came with their like maid of honor, and they're like, oh, I really want them to be at my wedding, and the maid of honor is like,
No.
You're gonna have to talk with your mom about expenses, and maybe your auntie for more expense. I was like, oh, and so I was just like, you probably need to talk with our like maid mama kind of thing, you know. So I don't think that's gonna happen or anything, but still really surprising because I was out of nowhere. I was like, whoa. Yeah, sing at my wedding. I'm like, oh, dressed up as Sailor Moon. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Without context, I thought they just went up to you after a performance, like asked you, "Do you want to perform
Just
as
sing at
Sailor
my wedding.
Moon?"
Yeah. It's crazy. Woo.
Going off
Yeah.
the other side of the spectrum, we had weirdest.
Yes.
What would you say is the toughest gig that you've ever done? Toughest event?
Ooh, toughest. I don't think they're that. None of them they were that. I feel like it's for my own like my own event, because I in 2019, the very last time I performed on a stage, I did my own very own like concert. So that's outside of cons and stuff. I wanted my own personal like thing. So it was my very first like live concert with a live band. Again, go big or go home type of vibe. I had my first little original song made for that one, and also like I worked with um this girl. She runs like a really cool like clothing brand here called Ghost Girl Goods, and she does like a lot of harajuku like type like outfits and designs and stuff like that. So shout out to her. And she helped me with like making my idol outfit
Ooh.
that you see when I'm performing and stuff. So yeah, so I like, again, there's a lot of firsts for that one in 2019, but that was really fun. But yeah, that one was, since it's my own like concert thing. Yeah, that was. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that were like, oh, that things didn't go that well. But it turned out like wonderful. I wouldn't like change a thing in a way at the end. Yeah.
Would you consider that also your favorite performance, or would you consider another one as your favorite?
I feel like one of my favorite performances are like at Japan Festival. Because Japan Festival is outside on an outdoor stage, and I love singing outside and outdoors. But yeah, I feel like for like, I would say it like that particular like my own concert is kind of like a really like big stepping stone in my own life, that like a very big milestone. Yeah, because it's like, oh, now I can actually do like events like this kind of thing. And yeah, and I get to hang out with my friends while doing it. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, now I know what I want to do, because I personally, actually, this is like a little secret or something that's running in my mind, but I also want to like do like an idol showcase too.
Ooh.
And then invite like all my friends and my singers and my idol groups to do performance like next year sometime. But we'll see, if I don't procrastinate and want to do that. But yeah, because I really want to bring those events back in a way.
Do you think
Yeah.
would the GTA like very much benefit from having separate events outside of cons, or
I would like any like performance or showcase or idol showcase at like anywhere, even outside of a con, would definitely be a benefit kind of thing. I like any type of like thing, even like we've been having so many idol showcases at conventions now. Like almost everyone in the August, like in the month of August that I've been to had uh an idol showcase. So like it's been booming, and so it would definitely like be really fun to have one that's outside of a con too, that's like specifically for idols, right? And idol goers, because they're like, again, the Wilta gang here, and like all the fans that love idols and going to those events, they will definitely come out. Yeah, so like any event will be beneficial.
I see.
Yeah.
Bringing up C Line again, MVP of this
Yay.
stream, I guess. Is there a cosplay song combo that you would want to do?
Whoa. I would say, if okay, the thing is, I really like to cosplay like 2B from Nier.
From here?
And I've always wanted to do like a full on like Nier like performance. Nier song performance, because I really love Chaos Language. And
I saw like one of your covers. It was like Weight of the World. No, Ancients
wait,
of the World.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Devil Esteem or Poplar
yeah,
Esteem.
there is. I've done a few. I've did like the City Ruins, Weight of the World, Song of the Ancients, and I kind of did like a quick one for the March singing little event thing, which is like Song of Ashes, Ashes of something, Ashes of Dreams. There you go, Ashes of Dreams. So yeah, I want to. I also did a cover of like one of the boss like songs, boss songs. It's called A Beautiful Song. Um, it was when they like see the opera like boss.
Ooh.
The girl who sings opera. But yeah, so I've done a lot, and I'm just like, it'd be so cool to just do like a live version of it, and I'll just yeah. So it'd be really cool if we could do that. You know, yeah. I love Nier so much, as you can see. Emotes, all all Nier. Yippee! Chibi. Yeah, I love that anime. I went to go see the concert, like the
How was it?
orchestra. It was beautiful. I cried. I actually went with Sea Line, so
Oh
I
wow.
cried. I started I started like tearing. I'm like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Yeah, so it was great. It's wonderful. Mm-hmm.
We talked a lot about performances, but going back to, well, you released a original song May 2023, Brilliant Sky.
Yes, yes.
What inspired you to produce an original song, and was it a long time coming?
Very long time coming. When I started streaming, I let's say that like I really loved watching this this VTuber named Kuzuru Io, and she was kind of like my inspiration to want to like make original song and also like a like lore kind of thing for myself. And I am I'm somebody who really likes like story writing and stuff, and yeah, so I've always wanted to do an original song. I did an original for 2019, but it you can only hear it on my stream because I never like actually recorded it kind of thing. It's kind of a gimmick. It's just like you can only hear it on my stream.
Exclusive.
Yeah, it's hidden in the regimes in there. But yeah, so this is my first like really official one, right? Kind of thing that's like you can hear it on Spotify. Yippee! But yeah, so for the inspiration for it, I just wanted it to kind of incorporate my lore and kind of, let's see. I don't know. Okay, should we go a little bit into like Memi lore kind
Yeah,
of thing?
sure.
Okay, we'll do a very short, like watered down version. But so originally Memi or Yumemi is able to see that the stars in the sky are connected to people's hearts. But the stars have been dimming and burning out over time, which kind of symbolizes our hearts are also burning out and things like that. So the Yumemi has the ability to restore these to restore fading hearts, so one day we can have a brilliant sky. Woo! So like, yeah. But the lore kind of starts with like, okay, Memi has the ability to restore fading hearts, but so then how did she even get this ability, in the first place? So I was like, doing like a random, like I was just working one day and I'm like, oh wait, I know, I just need to put it on paper. And then I just started writing and I'm like, let me just keep it to like 3 pages, but didn't do that. It's 5 pages. And I'm like, why the heck did I do that to myself? Because I had to do this whole thing. I tried to condense it, but I was like, it has to be 5 pages. So it starts with I have a childhood friend, and we kind of grew up together. We always sang in the park together, and that's the song, or Brilliant Sky, is kind of like the song we made together as friends when we were little kids and stuff. And then we grew up. I kind of like, oh well, I'm in my own little apartment and stuff. I'm growing up, but my friend is like, oh, she's going to move out from her parents like sooner, later, kind of thing. But she came up to me or one night when it was like storming and she was not getting along with her parents, and yeah, I can definitely see like, yeah, there was a lot of like fighting between them and stuff. So she stayed with me for a while and everything was going great. And like, I think it was like, okay, if they're apart for a while, then maybe they can like get back together and just say like, get along afterwards, right? But then she ended up in the hospital because her dad bonked her, and it was like very like for me, I could see people's hearts at that time already. So I can see that her heart was kind of giving out and was kind of burning out, and I was really sad. So I did cry. Like I was like, God, you gave me these eyes to be able to see people's hurt and their pain, but I can't do anything about it. So like if I can't save my friend, then why have this gift at all? So I was like crying. Just like, oh, it's so teary. But then God gave me a magic microphone named Nebula-chan. So Nebula-chan, she appeared in front of me, and I started just singing of our time together. And then the next day, my friend regained consciousness, and her heart was glowing and was nice and bright. But she forgot about me.
Oh.
She forgot about me. She's like, "Oh, who the heck are you?" And I'm like, "What?" But she remembered everything else. So I went back into a dream and stuff, and God was like, "You just need to understand like what other people are going through. So you need to lose something important to yourself, but only this once. But because of that, I'm like, well, I have the ability to restore people's hearts now. So I will go be an idol. Yippee! So yeah, so that's my lore. It's really sad, but it's still uplifting. I kind of like, well, now I'm here, and that's my original song. It goes hand in hand with my lore, and so there is a letter that I wrote to my friend, and it's like in quotes, my friend, and it's in the music video, but it kind of like it's like, oh, this is Memi afterwards. She made a song that we sang together as kids, but now it's my debut. Yeah. Yes, legendary 15-minute lore. So long. Yeah.
I was not expecting that the backstory, and it's like really, it's very
Yeah. Roller
I guess
coaster.
amazing. Roller coaster, amazing. And
Thank you.
So, yeah. What would you say was the timeline like from the drawing board to release of the original song?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, okay, 2020, like October 2020 is when I started, but like October 2020, oh no, December to like 2020, I already kind of like started writing the lore, but it took like over 2 years to like be able to like produce everything, because I'm like, oh, I need to find like an artist, right? But I'm like, okay, it's gonna take a while because um again, 15 minutes of like storyline and stuff, and trying to storyboard that and everything would take a long time. And my artist is like, oh, she's like in school too, so I was just like, whatever, it's okay, you can take as long as you want, it's fine. And I can't remember what the timeline was. I have to go and look at like my files or something, because it's like I did get my original song, like Solos is the one that produced like the track, and I held it on for a good like 6 months probably, because I'm not sure where, like what, like lyric wise, how I want to do things. So it took me a long time to even start making lyrics and stuff on it. But once I kind of like was producing both of them in like together in tandem, then it kind of like happened like pretty quickly, and I was like, okay, if I don't debut in like May of 2023, I'm like, okay, I have a little thing where I'm like, oh, I have a little mascot named Yumemi, and she has a cult.
What?
Yo, she has a cult. Yeah, the cult of Yumemi, and I'm like, Christian streamer, peace. But anyway, so I was like, if I do not debut in 2023, I'm just disowning myself as the leader of the cult of Yumemi. Yeah, but so I was able to get everything done on time. So yeah, long story. It's a very long story.
Ooh, was everything like the lyrics that you wrote down? Was it everything that you wanted to project through the song, or was there anything else that you wanted to put in?
No. I think
Okay.
everything I wanted was perfectly in line with like what I was singing. Um because I think I originally did the English lyrics for it, and then Altair from Astral Mile, yeah, my senpai, he's really good at doing trans lyrics between like both English, Japanese, or Korean kind of thing. So I asked him to help me on this project because I am more comfortable singing in Japanese, which is kind of funny because I'm like, well,
How's your Japanese? 日本語上手？
um, ちょっとね、like まだまだまだまだまだまだまだもっと練習したいね。でも like yeah, so I'm okay. I'm not the greatest because I don't remember like vocabulary. I'm really bad at vocabulary and also like not good at making sentences and stuff. But I'm like Japanese people have when it comes to karaoke and singing and stuff, people have we're like, hey, are you Japanese? I'm like, no. Got baited. But I have fooled some Japanese speakers because I remember there was one time when there was like a random Christmas party and I was singing and like there's these two Japanese girls and these two other guys that came and they're like, wanted to ask you if you were Japanese, and I was like, oh, I'm not. And then the two Japanese girls like, oh dang it, we thought you were. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I can pass when it comes to singing. That's something I'm proud of. I'm sorry, where we were talking. Okay, we're talking about encompassing everything that I wanted in the song, kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, in the English lyrics, actually, I might need to go and like grab it up and stuff. But the thing is, at the very in my chorus, I kind of did the like two, like chorus 1, chorus 2 is actually the same, but after the bridge is kind of like it's kind of, oh yeah, my bridge is like, oh, we're in a church. We're in a church. We're in a church. This is the bridge that a lot of like I feel like church like worship songs have. Which is kind of funny, but let me see. Brilliance. I'm just gonna quickly go grab this. So the bridge just says, you know, we sing together and we sing to be stronger. But the bridge, I mean, sorry, the choruses that I wrote in like like before the bridge, we're just talking about like my journey, right? And me telling other people like like I wish you guys have beautiful dreams, and like I'll keep singing this song because I'm strong, and someday we will understand. But the thing is, after the bridge, I'm kind of inviting everybody to sing with me, right? We sing together, we would sing with power, and I'll sing forever, right? In the chorus for the English side, I kind of said like we, it's kind of like we will guide like everyone through kind of thing. We're holding on this tree. So in that sense, like it's everybody's with me now. All my dreamers are with me now. So we are like us as a community are spreading the beautiful dreams now. So that's like everybody else's mission. So that's like that was like, oh, all this like Easter egg stuff. Nobody will know about it because I'm singing in Japanese. But yeah, I think that's kind of like my little Easter eggs for everyone. Is like, yeah, I really try my best when it comes to writing things. Put a lot of thought into it, and might take a long time for me to even like get things out. But yeah, so that's kind of my spiel.
Brilliant Sky is a very good, very good song.
Thank you.
I could see like the inspiration from like, I guess your background with
Yeah.
with religion, and also like I guess Eimer and like a lot of those
Yes.
vocal powerhouses.
Yes.
So very amazing to see like inspiration at work. Speaking of original songs, when do you think you're gonna release another one?
I don't know. I have like some like tracks that I can sing on, but I'm kind of like not feeling them right now. I'm like, I'm not finding the inspiration. I might need to like work more on like the tracks and how I want them to sound, because I'm not really a person that produces my own like music. I just do more lyrics and top lining. kind of thing. So right now I'm like I think I just need more like just to sit down and really like find myself. See, like because I feel like songs should have meaning, right? And like kind of messages, like deep messages, and I'm the type that likes to go into very deep lore, as you can tell. So I might be overthinking things maybe. But yeah. So we will see. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully by next year. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait
Yeah.
for another original song. 'Cause,
Yeah, I think some people were kind of like, wow, like a ballad as your debut song is very ambitious, because a lot of idols are like, it's all really, you know, very
It's
idol
upbeat.
upbeat,
Yeah.
right? And more powerhousing and stuff like that. But this one, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, I just like this one. I just like these songs, and they're more like of a ballad. So I'm just gonna do this.
Are you gonna perform it at Northwest Idol Fest?
Oh yes.
Okay, I want to see.
100%.
I really want to.
100%. Yeah, I think like singing this live has been really nice. Yeah. It's a really pretty one to sing live.
Speaking of Northwest Idol Fest,
Yeah.
well, any particular reason that you wanted to go, and what are you expecting out of performing at Northwest Idol Fest?
So originally I was told by my hidden, who's in chat, who's also my mod, but he's like, oh yeah, it'd be great if you could go. And I'm like, I love idols, and then the thing is I also really love like seeing Phoebe.
Me too.
Because Phoebe is also like 2.5D idol senpai, right?
Yeah.
As a VTuber and like idol in person. I'm like, I'm just the small little Canadian version.
I could see parallels.
Yeah.
With you and her, so.
So I was just like, when I found out that like somebody else was doing it in the US, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy! I love you. I had to read that. Yeah, so I'm really excited to maybe see her again. And let's see, like I personally don't know too much about the US idol scene, so it'd be really exciting for me to go and be like, oh my gosh, and be fangirling on all the idols. Particular reasons to go, I also like want to like see some of my friends and stuff, and like whoever is in Seattle and or in Vancouver, because I think like I will be staying pretty like an extended stay in like that like on the West Coast.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'll be like hanging out. I want to hang out with people that I'm like, I haven't seen you guys for forever, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, being able to get to see friends and like travel is like, I'm very excited just in general. But yeah, for West Northwest Idol Fest, I'm like the idol scene. I'm like seeking out the idol scene, maybe get connections. It'd be fun to like see if anybody wants to do collabs or do like covers together, because I think that's like really great. I think should be able to like find people to like have fun with.
There's definitely a lot of people going. So and you know, a lot of people that
yeah.
I've interviewed in the past, and a lot of people that I'm gonna interview in the next couple
Yeah.
weeks. So, yeah.
I'll scout out your I'll scout out through you as well. I will scout the US side through you, and then I will give you like in the future like that it's not just like Northwest Idol Fest like people, if you want like Canadian idols to
sure.
yeah, I can give you a list of new ones that are popping up here.
Because like with
I got
IDOLEYEZ,
you.
we did like an Aussie Open, which was like all Australians for like a
Oh,
couple weeks.
nice.
So might as well travel up north to the Stampede.
Yeah,
And yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Definitely.
What
Mhm.
are some, well, Sea Lion kind of went into it, but like what are some songs that you want to perform but haven't yet?
Oh, okay. Let's see. That's a good one. There might be some more Eimer ones and stuff that I'm like more learning, but it'd be fun to perform and stuff. I just don't have like the confidence yet. I need to practice more.
Confidence.
I I need more practice and stuff. But the thing is, there was one that I kind of was able like a dream of mine that I fulfilled for performing was To the Beginning from another. I think it's To the Beginning, like Fate Zero, Fate. I don't remember if it's a Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works or Fate Zero or something, but it's by Calafina. And the reason why I couldn't really perform it was because it's like 3 girls singing at the same time. So I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well, I would need 2 other of me. I need another person to sing with me. But now that I have like I was able to do like was able to sing with my VTuber self. So I kind of like debuted that song in at Otakuthon, which is another convention here in Montreal. So French land. Yeah, woohoo. Yeah. So I work at conventions as like in the VTuber section sometimes with Anime North and Otakuthon. And I have been doing like the V singer stage. So I would invite like people like V singers to sing. And then I'm like, well, since this is my own event, I'm just gonna sing with myself then, for my set. And yeah, I was able to duet with myself, so it was a dream come true, I think. So it'd be really fun to bring that to Northwest Idol Fest if it can. I'm not entirely sure.
Could be possible, maybe.
Could
Who
be
knows?
possible. I think there has been some people asking like questions if there was a as long as there is projector, then sure. But we will see what like is possible. But that's kind of like a if they do have projector. Yeah, then I'll be able to do that for fun. So I'm not sure for currently because that was my dream for a very long time to the beginning, and I already fulfilled it. So I'm like, yay, yippee! So I don't know, it's something for more recent because I think maybe next year I will start thinking of more things to add to the set and things like that. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Where? We talked about like the GTA area, but like
Yes.
where do you see like the idol scene going in there over the next couple years?
Ooh, because we have been growing with like idol showcases and stuff, and like I would hope that some of our idol groups here would like get more recognition like outside of Canada as well. So it'd be nice if like some of our idols like the ones that are like starting up, like the newer ones, can also get like more recognition as well. Um it's where it will go. Again, I would want to have more showcases outside of cons and stuff, like even like more concerts. I also want like another personal concert because yeah, I
You haven't done a
I
one man? Like a solo
in
before?
2019 was
Oh,
like the
the
only
live
one I
band?
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
was just like with the live band. Yeah, so that was my own personal concert and stuff. That yeah, live music is always really great. I
Yeah.
love that. But yeah, and I would like it's hard to just do solo, you know, if you're doing a concert. So it's like and I had 2 outfits. So I was like, okay, I invited 2 other friends to sing with me and stuff. So we would do like some collabs and perform together, and then they can have like can sing 2 songs each while I go and change into my other outfit. Yeah, and then so yeah, I think when it comes to the collab like that, those are really fun to do, kind of thing. Yeah, so I think collaborations are really great. But yeah, I think just more concerts, more like more. I feel like here we don't have like a lot of like the idol culture of doing, you know, like the merch sales checkies and stuff afterwards, like meet and greet type of
Really?
culture here. We don't. It's very like showcase and then you're done kind of thing, and that's it. You don't get to meet them afterwards.
Cause like
You're, yeah,
even then,
we're too small.
like I remember ACT 102 definitely.
Yes.
That was like one of the first Canadian idol groups that I knew even before IDOLEYEZ, and they did boop. I'm pretty sure they did like Checky and like you were able
Yeah,
to meet them
because
and stuff.
it's
but, like,
requested, and at the time we didn't have that much like we didn't do like idol showcases actually that time.
oh,
Yeah, it's only recently that we like every convention has like had an idol showcase, and then they would do like maybe a half an hour set each kind of thing, and that's it. But in the past, before pre-pandemic, there was bigger names, but no idol showcases in a sense. There idol showcases are outside of cons, I think, back then in Toronto scene. Yeah, so for ACT 102, then because they're established, right? Because they're a part of Uncle Tetsu's Angel Cafe, um, which is like a like Japanese cheesecake, fluffy cheesecake. But they had a maid cafe, and that's how like the ACT 102 started, because they're like ACT, what was it? The ACT 102, you know, like they're like, why is there 102 at the end? Because if you say 102 102 Tetsu Tetsu Tetsu, Uncle Tetsu. So I'm like I love them. Okay, I'm such a fan too. Yeah, so Uncle Tetsu. So that's why they still had the 102 part of their like the name even after the maid cafe closed, and they became indie, right? They came like by themselves, and then they were able to, you know, they're established enough that people out like in the Toronto like know them, and they are able to like be guests at conventions, so they can have like their own like booths and stuff, which is great. Which is so nice. I get to go and visit them anytime I want. I'm like, yes. Yeah, get to go with the girls, you know, surrounded by beautiful idols. Yeah. So, but yeah, back then, I think they were mainly the only group in Toronto doing that. Really, I know that like there is currently there's Arcade. Arcade has they have a lot of more members. Let me see, RCVDE. That's how you spell it, RCVDE. Arcade. A lot of my friends are in that too. I'm kind of, in a way, it's kind of funny because I'm adopted by a lot of groups. Because I'm a solo person, so I just like know everybody, and so they're like, "You're just gonna be with Arcade today. You're just gonna be with ACT Chat today. Oh, you're just gonna be with Ice Cream today." And then, like, I'm just like, "Okay, guys, like, hey, what's up?" So I just get adopted, and they're like, "You're just part of us now." I'm like, "Okay, just let me know you want to collab or something while we perform. Just let me know." Yeah, I'm just So I've been around for a long time. I'm foster child idol.
Speaking
yeah,
of,
so
sorry,
mhm.
you first.
I don't remember what I was talking about. All right, you can go now.
Speaking of like, I guess having tenure, performing as a soloist, performing in multiple groups, C Line, and I don't know how you. That was like the question I was gonna ask, but like,
Yeah.
do you have any advice for any? Because we have newcomer idols watching the VODs, like experienced idols also watching the VODs. Do you have like any advice that you would give to idol groups or soloists who have started? I would say who have started recently.
Yeah. For me, because it's the same with like people going to like the Anime North Idol stuff, because like when I was starting out, right, at least for like going on a stage by myself and stuff, like I was so nervous too, but the experience you get from even like after you did it, you're going to be so proud of yourself and say like, I did it, you know, like I was able to go up there and sing, and you know, people like the audience is not there to um like be not nice to that, they're there to like be excited for like whoever's singing, right? They're just like you know, like they're very supportive. So like if you're scared or anything, and like if you're able to have like to muster up that courage to be able to perform, I think as a soloist, right, then like you're going to be so proud of yourself, and you never know where like things take you and stuff. I didn't think I was going to continue like be where I am now from just entering an idol contest. Just like, oh, being the young little Memi back in the day, where I'm like, oh, I don't know like what I'm doing. I'm just having fun karaokeing. And I think like when you're able to kind of keep your goals simple, right? I think this goes for like even anyone, and even for streaming and stuff. You're able to keep your goals simple and achievable, then that is, and yeah, I get lower at your expectations for anything. It's not like a super big career thing. I'm like, it's, I think here it's more, it can be like a very fulfilling thing. But yeah, you just work hard, you're working hard and stuff. So then it'd be more fulfilling in life. Your expectations will be like blown out of the water in general. Um, let's see. For I think for groups, since I have been in group stuff, I think like again, communication is definitely key for a lot of groups and stuff. Um, don't be afraid to get into like the rough and tumbles between, because once you know, I think once you, if you're able to get out of those like um arguments or anything and be like mature about it and grow and stuff and try to set your sides and try to meet in the middle, right? It's like it's a lot of like growing up, right? And as idols, even though we're kind of like we're all, everybody is you know, forever 21, right? Wink wink kind of thing. But you know, we we can be still mature about things and growing up and kind of like but still like show like the youthful side of idols, right? Peace. So I just say like, yeah, we can grow and learn and things like that as you grow. And again, I am a little bit like jelly of groups because you know you guys have each other's backs and stuff. And sometimes maybe you're like, oh, you know, I didn't practice this, but it's okay. Everybody practice this dance better. So I will
There's
stay in
some
the
leeway.
back.
Yeah.
Stay in the back, and then you guys could like showcase yourselves. I'm like, I missed that. Okay, I barely missed that for idol like groups and stuff. But yeah, like the soloist, definitely we have to work really hard too. We can't make them as many mistakes as a group, even though yeah. So that's the thing that I'm jelly about right now.
We
Oh, I
definitely
want to make this too.
we definitely had like a lot of soloists on here that really want to be in a group and really
Ah!
really miss it. We've had people that have been in a group and then out of group as a soloist and very much yearn for like that,
Going
that
back
group
into
experience. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What else? You're still you're still headstrong with the idol career. Is there like any bucket list things that you want to achieve in this career?
I guess like it would be fun to have an album of just original songs and then perform them at cons and have a like my own personal concert with that album. That would be like a very big dream of mine, I think. I guess like because I have been shared a, what was it, for my one of my stream days, we have kind of something called meme share, so people do like uh send me things to react to. So there's been a lot of concerts. I'm like, you know, it would be, you know, give me 10 years, maybe I can like fill out a concert hall by then. But yeah, that would definitely be another dream too.
See.
But in a way, I kind of already fulfilled the basic dream of I just wanted to karaoke on stream, and that's it. I already fulfilled it on day one. I'm done. I'm finished. I did it, guys. Yeah.
C-Line really much. I don't know if you have my block or something with all of my questions, but well,
Pretty minds.
I guess like these two questions go hand in hand. Were there any times when you felt really discouraged or felt like you would stop performing? And also, was is being an idol worth it? On my end, so.
Okay, I will definitely. Okay. Oh, there is a time when let's see, I was going to perform for one of my favorite stages, which is Japan Festival a few years ago, before pandemic, and on the same day was actually a friend's birthday. and I told them that I would be performing that day, but I will, like, after my performance, I will go over to their place to, we'll go celebrate after, kind of thing. So I'm like, I'm still going to be there. But another friend messaged me, and she definitely discouraged me from going. She's like, hey, like, our friend it's their birthday, she had a very hard year. I want you to be at her birthday. And I'm just like, yeah, I will be there. And she's like, no, I want you to come, like, now, kind of thing, and, like, just don't go. So I was like, oh, like, that's very, for me, I'm kind of like, I understand that my friend went through a lot of stuff that year and stuff. And this is already a plan thing. This is already, like, already scheduled kind of thing in the past, right? And this is the friend that I went to, like, Anime North at the very beginning. She was kind of there at the very beginning. And so I was kind of like, I'm there too, because like, when I'm performing and stuff, again, when I like, in the past, or like, beforehand, we were talking about, like, if, like, how much the fans are mean to me, in a way, the kind of thing. But in a way, it's like if there was nobody like, cheering me on. And oh, I'm getting teary, oh my gosh.
I
But
am
yeah,
so sorry.
oh, it's okay, it's good. So yeah, so I was saying, like, even if there's nobody cheering me on, if as long as my friends or my family was there for me, then yeah, I would. I'm dying. Yeah, I would still, perform, right, and want to, spread the beautiful dreams and things like that. And even if they're not there for me, like, in person, then I will still go. Anyway, so I was just telling them, like, I'm still going to be there afterwards, right? But this is something that means a lot to me as well. Woohoo! Yeah, so that was kind of like something that was like, oh, like, I didn't know my friend felt this way. And I hope, like, they understood me afterwards, saying, like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought, like, I want us to be there for our other friend, but I didn't know it, like, meant this much to you. So I'm like, oh, okay, no worries, okay. Yeah, and she's like, oh, okay. The thing is, because I'm, like, super bubbly and very, like, fun in person kind of thing, I always do super business, like, email whenever I have to, like, do anything that has to do with, like, serious or, like, conflict resolution. So I'm like, no feeling. This is how I feel. I get straight to the point, and, like, yeah, I'm just like, the reason why I'm here today to tell you about my, like, I'm like, oh my gosh. But it just shows that I'm serious about the topic, because it's kind of weird if I'm like, no, I'm gonna be there, don't worry, then people won't take me seriously. So that's why I have that little switch up. Not everybody goes, like, and sees that side of me and stuff. Only my, like really close friends, and also the kids I took care of at summer camp. They have seen the more stricter side of Memi. Like, it's like, if you want to get your lunches and stuff, you have to listen to me right now, or else we can't go and have playtime afterwards. You have to listen. You gotta listen. So anyways, yeah, I think but yeah, my friends, even though I know that they're, like, very blunt sometimes, they've gotten definitely much better and stuff throughout the years and things. And they know, like, how much, like, the idol side of things, like, mean to me, since they were there at the very beginning as well. So they know that I love singing, and they always, like, whenever they go to conventions and I'm there, they will always, like, go and see me. They're like, when are you performing? We're gonna go be there. I'm like, yeah. So I think that was. Let me see if there was anything that I had to add on. Is there any times you felt discouraged? You felt like I don't think I would ever stop performing though. Yeah, definitely. I felt a little discouraged. I'm like, oh, I am gonna go to my friend's birthday. I'm just afterwards. I'll, like, eat over. I don't have to stay after I really perform. At that time, I didn't ever ask for meet and greets afterwards. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna leave right after. Yeah. Yeah, so that's very, very, like, emotional, but I think it's definitely something, like, I can stand up for myself too. It kind of like told me the Memi can do that. So growing lessons. Mm-hmm.
Do you think being an idol was worth it to you or not?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm so like it's all the hard work and being able to perform on a stage and stuff like always 100% worth it. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
One final thing.
Yes.
What would the current you tell the Yumemi that was about to debut on stage?
Whoa. Wow. um um let's see. Let's go back to 2017 Memi, I guess. Wow. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I guess I think okay, even though I think like in my heart I always try to cherish kind of like my experiences and living in the moment or and stuff, but I think I would just remind myself to like cherish each moment that I had um with like my performances and stuff. A part of me wishes that I'm like, oh, I should have asked somebody to film more. Maybe, I guess, because I like it'd be nice to go and see like super duper old performances from like other conventions and stuff. Uh, yeah. So I guess yeah. I'm just like I would cherish each moment. Cherish each moment.
Well,
Mhm,
shout out to
mhm.
Sea Line for recording most of your performances
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your channel.
He's
so-
been everywhere. So thank you, Silan. When I go to NWIF, it will be Hidden's turn. Hidden we'll get to see Hidden for the first time, which is another mod of mine. So I'm like, yes, you both will be manager sons for me. So pass the baton, Sea Lion.
well,
Pass the baton. Mm-hmm.
this marks the end of the IDOLEYEZ episode, but we have
Yes.
a episodic tradition
Yes.
at the end called the worst pep talk ever for 1 minute. We're going for 1 minute.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready.
Well, originally for the NWIF guests, I was gonna do 2 minutes, but like after last week, I had a lot of dead air, so I'm just going back to 1 minute. So
Okay.
there's like a sense of urgency. I give you the worst pep talk ever for 1 minute, and that
Okay.
minute starts now. Yumemi,
Yeah.
you've been trucking through, performing for quite a while. Your voice is like literally really amazing. I really mean
you.
that, and I can't wait to see you at Northwest Auto Fest. See you perform. I want to witness your vocals, like really, genuinely. Keep doing what you're doing. You are quite possibly the sweetest person that I've had idolized.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, you're. It's very inspirational. I guess your lore and like the lore with like Brilliant Sky 2 and the lyrics as well, very powerful. And I just want you to keep on doing what you're doing, and hopefully you have more performances in America that I can watch. So. And I'll see you at Northwest Idol Fest. And that has been a minute of the worst pep talk ever. So
Oh, that was amazing. What do you mean? I thought it was gonna be like, Memi, you need to try harder. Like bad pep talk. I thought it was like gonna be like degrading. I'm like, oh, this is great. What is Get low expectations, man. This is what happens. I'm like, that was wonderful.
yeah,
But yes,
it's very
Memi's
much-
personality is very like, I hope you have diabetes after from being around me.
No, you're literally like really genuinely the sweetest person I've had on the show. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for accepting this this invitation to be on IDOLEYEZ. It's very
Thank you for inviting me.
and can't wait to see you at Northwest Idol Fest.
Yeah, I can't wait. I am promised that I am like even though my voice sounds very tall, okay, yeah, Flip's hair voice sounds tall, I'm very small in person. Very tiny in person. Yep.
Well-
So I'm not scary, guys. I'm not scary. Promise.
Well, I guess I would ask like the
Mhm.
guest like suggestions for people to raid, but we have someone
Ooh.
tangibly related to the GTA area
Yay!
with Crystal Milk Tea. Crystal Milk Tea, who is definitely not part of a group that we cannot say. We'll be rating them. They
It's
are-
also Crystal's birthday. Like,
Crystal's
tomorrow, so
birthday.
please,
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's been
so
having
please go
a
and
four-day
happy birthday.
4-day marathon.
Yeah.
Yesterday she did karaoke. It was so
Yeah.
amazing. She did a lot of K-pop.
Yay! Mhm.
Yeah, try to support Crystal. She has
Yes.
checkies and merch
Yes,
and
exciting.
donate to reach the goal so she can
Also
do
September, so go in
September,
September.
yeah.
Give her some gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's
Um,
go.
So, yeah, take care, brush, share,
Mhm.
be kind, rewind. Thank you, Yumemi, for being on the show. We will be going to Crystal Milk Tea's stream.
Let's go.
Where's my ending
Yay.
screen? Okay, see ya. Go in there.
Bye bye.